Hello everyone, this is Noor and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is super exciting but also extremely special to me. The reason why I was looking up because I felt the tears coming in because this is my first ever makeup brand that actually contacted me to send me some of their stuff to try. But it's not any makeup brand. It's a makeup brand that I've spotted their products in Sephora and I was really intrigued by them because I really wanted to give them a try. And then when I noticed that they sent me an email asking me if I would like to try some product, I was like blown away. I am so excited to show you what I have from this makeup brand, and this brand is called Minimalist Beauty. You probably heard about them. These are a kind of like a high-end clean brand. It's basically listed as to be a brand that is so lightweight. It's kind of like no makeup, and I was really intrigued by them, but I really wanted to try the products for the longest time, and I finally have the opportunity to do so. They are listed to be less is more, and I'm just really excited, guys, to show you what I have in here. And honestly, this would have never happened if it wasn't for you guys and for your support as well. So thank you so much for just boosting me up on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, and also on my TikTok. So you guys are literally amazing. You guys are slowly making my dreams come true, and I honestly cannot thank you enough. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Before I go ahead and show you guys how I applied Minimalist Beauty step by step, if you are new here to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and taking your time to watch my video. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification button to get notified every time I upload a new video. I would love to have you guys aboard on the light family that I have here on my channel. So if you'd like to discover a new no makeup clean brand, please keep on watching. Alrighty, you guys, it's been a while that you guys haven't seen me with a bare face, but today I am so excited, like you guys have seen in the intro. So Minimalist is actually a new brand, kind of, and they decided to kind of create makeup that is very seamless. Less is more basically is kind of their thing, and it kind of gives you like an illusion of no makeup, and this is exactly like their goal. So they sent me a couple of their things to try, and everything came in this little makeup bag. Let me just like refix it so I can show you. So this is the makeup bag that they have sent me, and also the box. I think like I need to show you this. The box is less is more and Minimalist right there, which is really cute. I definitely love their color scheme with this, the blue, the gold, the corduroy. Like I'm not even sure if I said that right. Corduroy, is that how you say it? I don't know, but look how cute. They sent me everything in here, and this bag just reminds me of like the Red Riding Hood for some reason. You put your stuff in, throw behind your shoulder, and you kind of like walk away, you know. This is exactly what it gives me, and honestly I love it. So I'm about to show you guys what I have chose to review. I really wanted to try because I've heard so many good things about their mascara. I really wanted to try it, but it was sold out. So I picked up other stuff that I really wanted to try as well from Minimalist. So this is a great opportunity for me to kind of just really talk about the brand and tell you guys if it's worth it, if it works, if it doesn't work. Also, I've been wanting to do something extremely natural here on my channel for people who really kind of like makeup, but they don't like to put too much makeup. So this is kind of like the perfect brand for you. Maybe at least you go ahead and try it and see how you like it. And so I have 7 products here to show you guys. The first one that really catches my attention is actually, I'm going to show you these two at the same time. This one here is called their Minimalist, and this is the Prefecting Complexion stick. So it says here this is not a foundation or concealer, it's both. It's only used where you need it, so you get the complexion on your skin, not your makeup. So this is kind of like their concept, if you catch me. So it's very light, very natural. I chose color Dawn. I went ahead and I already kind of like opened to see the shades and how it is. So this is how it looks like. Look how classy it is. It's known to be kind of like a classy, high-end, no makeup brand. If you guys understand kind of like the scheme of it, which for me, it makes like total sense because it's so classy. and the products perform very lightly, very natural on the skin. So we're gonna see that together. Apparently it does that, and that is the color. So it kind of looks like my skin tone color, so I'm really hoping that it matches up. And on this side right here, you just have the twist tab that you turn and your product will kind of like come out, which is really cute. I have to say, I really like their packaging. They also have a brush, which I did take because I kind of want to work with the brush but also with the sponge and kind of like see the difference, and obviously work with my fingers and see how well it blends with my fingers, as it's a natural no makeup look. A lot of people like to use their hands, so this is exactly what I'll be doing. And I have to say, it is so cute. It's small, perfect to fit in your makeup bag, extremely soft and dense, which I know for a fact this will blend out the stick really nicely. Kind of like a buffer, and I have to say, I really love how this feels on my skin. I really like that, so I'm really excited to use that and show you how the brush performs as well. Next I have, this is called the Flush Balm. Basically this is kind of like a blush, and this is just a cheek color blush. This one here, it says a universal tint that melts into your skin for a lit from within color. So it's kind of like a blush within. The color I chose for this one is called Beverly Hills. One thing I have to say, sorry guys, I forgot to mention that for the minimalistic stick and you know everything that they have so much colors for literally everyone, every skin tone. They have everything on their website, which kind of like blew my mind with their collection. Obviously this is kind of like a new brand, so I'm positive that they will be coming out with so much more products. There's a lot of colors I really wanted from the blush, but I feel like Beverly Hills is the one that kind of like spoke to me the most. I really love kind of like a brownsy peachy tone blushes, and this is kind of like what I went for as well. And this is how it looks like. I have to say that the packaging of this one is quite cute. It is more on the plastic side, and you have the twist up right here, and that is how the blush looks like. The color for me is just absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to put that on my face. Next product is called Day Glow, and this is the highlighting balm. This one says perfect for day and night. This highlighter gives you a dewy, balmy sheen with zero sparkle. So it's kind of like a shine or like a dewy feel, kind of like exactly what they said, dewy, balmy kind of look. And I chose color Cava. I believe they have 3 tones of this one, if I'm not mistaken. And this is how it looks like. Now the packaging of this one is a little bit different, and this is how it looks like. Again, I love how chic and classy they look, to be honest. They're very simple, exactly what I love. Very classy. It looks extremely high-end, and I really like it. So this is how it looks like. This always terrifies me because like the product looks like that. I'm always scared to kind of like jab it, which most of the time that's what happens. So just looking at this, you can definitely see the dewy, balmy effect that they kind of like talk about. And I'm excited to see how this will perform on my skin. Now this one, the tone of it, I'm just gonna give you guys a little swatch here. Okay, this is like very light sheery kind of feel, but you can definitely see the glow that it gives. I like this. I like this for kind of like a no makeup effect, especially summertime is coming. And I love to kind of like throw something on and leave. Yes, as much as I love makeup, but I love to wear less makeup in the summertime. So I feel like this would be extremely perfect, and I can't wait to see how this actually performs on my skin. And down here you have the twist tab that you can twist up the product. Next one here, this was really interesting for me, and I was really excited to grab it and grab my shade. I was really happy they had my shade. This one here is called Brow 1980 Volumizing Pomade. And let me see what this one does. This one, it says a knob to brows for the 80s. This balm gives you thick, fluffy brows that holds all day. I'm excited to see if this actually works. Now, I obviously have really long brow hairs because I've been growing them like crazy. And sometimes I use the brow freeze from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I feel like my brows don't really stay up. So if this claims that it's gonna hold all day, so I'm quite excited to try that. The shade that I got here is called Black Brown. Look at this packaging. It's like all gold, very pretty. It has the logo Merit on it right here. I'm not sure if you guys could see it. Really excited to see how the wand looks like. I love these kind of wands because I know that it's really gonna grab each hair that I have and kind of just coat it with the color. So I'm really excited to try this here. And honestly, I kind of needed a new one, so perfect. This one here is actually new products of theirs that came out February 22nd, which is not too long ago. I actually chose really neutral colors. The reason why I did that is because I really want something for kind of like every day, especially summertime. As much as I love lipstick and glosses, but I just really like to grab a color that is perfect for me for everyday wear. And this is exactly what I did for these next two ones. So the first one here is called the Lip Signature. This is a lightweight lipstick. This one here, it says hydrating buildable lipstick with a soft tint finish. It's so lightweight you'll forget you're wearing it. I love that. It's kind of like a lip balm, kind of like, from what it says, it kind of feels like it's a lip balm. I love the feeling of lip balm with like a little tint of color, which is my fave. So this is how the packaging looks like. I have to say their packaging for me is top notch. It's like amazing. Look how classy this is. It literally feels high end. It feels heavy to hold. I'm just really loving their packaging, to be honest. So you lift this up like that, and this is the color that I have chosen. Now this is their lightest nude color, and it does look dark a little bit, so I'm quite excited to see how the color shade will look on my lip. But honestly, I have to say, it's a beautiful color. It's so beautiful. It's definitely a color that I kind of like see myself wearing during summertime and even wintertime, honestly, any season. Next product is the shade Slick. This is tinted lip oil. Okay, there's something about lip oils that I've been obsessed with lately because I've been seeing them all over TikTok and a lot of people are trying lip oils. So I'm so excited to try this one, to be honest. So what this one says, it says a wash of sheer color rich with rose hip and grape seed oil for healthy, never sticky lips. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, so the color I got for the lipstick is called Slip. This one here is called Eau Naturelle. Very French. I love that. Okay, I have to say that the packaging is A1 for me for everything so far. So this is the lip oil and this is how it looks like, and the color is super nice as well. So I kind of just wanted to go ahead and show you the products before I go ahead and put it on my face. So if you found that I've spoken too much, I'm really sorry, but I really wanted to kind of show you each product detail and just kind of give you little hints here and there about what they do and how they perform. So now it's time to put it on the skin. As you guys notice, they don't really have any primers or anything like that yet. Also, they don't have a contour stick either, but I'm so sure in the near out future they probably will come out with these kind of products. Like, I have no doubts about that. Every time I say that about a company, I kind of like say it to myself, and like a year later or a couple of months later they actually have it and I get so surprised. I kind of like manifest it for them to do it. So I don't know, I think I kind of have like a superpower or something when it comes to that. So I already went ahead and prepped my skin, added a primer and all of that already, which I am planning on doing a separate video on that. But before I go ahead and show you these, I actually discovered a really good primer, believe me or not. I accidentally one day applied the Ordinary Caffeine Eye Serum all over my face and I was like, oh crap, okay, but it's fine, I'm just gonna work with it. I ended up doing my makeup, and you guys, my makeup looked so nice all day, and I truly believe it's because of the Ordinary Caffeine Eye Serum. So I went ahead and I applied that all over my face today again. So let's go ahead and start off with their minimalistic stick. So I'm quite excited to see the color, and hopefully it is my shade. It says to apply on areas that is needed. For me, what's needed right now is definitely my under eye. Okay, that is quite pigmented, look at that. Definitely under my eye. I'm just gonna add some up here too, on my forehead. So I'm just gonna kind of do half of my face on here just to show you how it is, and I have to say that this glides on like butter. Okay, I kind of like applied it everywhere because I really want to see how it performs. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my finger and see how this blends into my skin, and I have to say it kind of blends really nicely. I do notice that the shade could be a little lighter than my actual skin tone, but that is not a problem because I will go ahead and kind of like contour and everything, and with the blush and all of that, it will kind of bring in the tone all together. But I have to say, look how nice it blends with my finger. It blends really nicely. It stayed creamy on, even though I did apply it and kind of like let it sit for a couple of seconds. I still feel like it blends really nicely, and it does not give me a cakey finish whatsoever. It looks quite natural, and I love that. It's definitely blendable with your fingers, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the brush. So let's go ahead and buff that into the skin. Oh my god, okay, I definitely love the blending with the brush, and this is what kind of like I would recommend with this product because it blends really nicely with the brush, to be honest. Wow, that blended in like butter. Like honestly, it blended in super easily. I honestly don't even think that I need a beauty blender to blend this out. Oh yeah, I definitely prefer the brush more, I have to say that. And I love it because it's kind of matte, but it has a slight little glow to it. I'm not sure if you guys are able to see that glow. Now this one here does not really cover that much the dark circles. I'm gonna see if it's buildable. I can add a little bit more around my eye and try to blend it with the brush and see. But definitely not super high coverage under the eyes. I would probably go over with just a little bit lighter color to kind of just illuminate and brighten a little bit more under my eye. But honestly, I love this. Let's go ahead and blend out the other side. Look at that. I'm honestly obsessed. I love this stuff, and it's super nice. And the color, honestly, it's not that bad. It is a little hint lighter than my skin. I don't know. It kind of looks like on camera, but in real life, it kind of looks like it blends really nicely into my skin. But honestly, like, I love this. I'm gonna go ahead and contour a little bit because I feel like I need a little bit of lifting before going and applying the blush. And I'm gonna use the same brush as well. So this is a product that is not from them, but I definitely want to see how the brush will perform. And I believe like this would be my brush from now on because it's so easy to work with, and I love, look at the foundation. You guys see that glow that it gives? It's so pretty. Oh my god. Okay, the brush, I think it's my new obsession because it blends the contour in so nicely. I'm gonna add a little bit here because I like to do that, and I'm gonna also use it to see if I can do my nose contour. And I have to say that I can, because it's so small and it fits perfectly around my nose area. It's super nice. I love it because it really spreads out the product exactly how I like it, and it really gives you like a really nice natural contoured look. Again, and I have to say that the foundation under it did not even budge. Okay, you guys, I'm all blended out. I'm obsessed so far. This is working very well with me, to be honest. Now the exciting part, and it is blush. So let's go ahead and use their blush. This one here, it's super pretty. Now I've seen a lot of people grabbing it and kind of like placing it on their face. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and see how it's gonna look like. I'm just kind of like scared if it's gonna remove some of the foundation under it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and roughly place it. And I like to, lately I've been really loving blush a lot, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pack a little bit of blush. The color is really nice. It's very natural, I have to say that. And I'm just gonna take the brush and blend it into the skin. I like it. It's very light, it's very natural as well. And yes, I did bring the blush all the way up to my temples just because this is how I like it, but you can definitely just keep it into the blushed area. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more on the top right here. This is definitely a buildable product as well. It's really natural, but it also gives you this kind of like a sheen to your skin, which I'm totally obsessed with. I love that finish. And my skin feels so light and breathable. I literally feel like I have nothing on. It's incredible. Hopefully you guys could see the blush a little bit. I mean, I do see it. It is a lighter color on my skin tone. I wish I took a little darker color, but honestly, like, it's so pretty. And it's just really nice because it's easily buildable, and you can just build up the richness of the color by just adding a little bit more and just really blending it into your skin, and it builds up really, really nicely. Alrighty, you guys, so far this is how the skin looks like. The glow, the sheen that it's giving me, it's literally everything that I want and more for an everyday effect, especially summertime. It's coming. This is exactly what I need. Now, the most exciting part for me, it is the highlighter stick, and let's go ahead and use this baby. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it directly on my skin and see how it's gonna look like. Ooh, okay, you guys see that? I love this. It's so pretty, and it literally glides on super nicely and lightly. This has a little bit of a scent to it. I didn't really notice any scent. See, this does not have a scent to it, nor does this, but I feel like the highlight has a little scent to it. I like it because it smells kind of like skincare. Yeah, it kind of smells like skincare, which is really light and fresh. I really love the smell of that. And I'm just gonna take the brush again, and I'm gonna blend this out. Oh my god, my heart is jumping with joy right now because your girl is obsessed with these. It's super nice. Look at that glow, look at that sheen. I love how natural it is. It's incredible. So I also applied it on my nose and on my Cupid's bow too. I love this. It's so nice. Since they don't have any eye products at the moment other than their mascara, but like I mentioned, like, I don't have it because it's one of their best sellers and it was sold out. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the blush again, and I'm just taking it with a little brush like that, kind of like a two-tone brush that works very well with cream and liquid products. So I'm just literally loading up my brush with this, and I am going to put that in the crease area. I kind of did that off camera with the other eye, and I really love the effect that it gives because it gives you like a little hint of color, but also keeping it extremely light and natural. And I'm also gonna drag this onto the lower lash line too, just for a little hint of color. And obviously it is creamy. I would highly recommend if you want to set this with powder after, because I noticed when I applied the minimalistic stick on my eye, I noticed like a little bit of creasing going on, which is normal. It's a cream product and it's going to crease if you don't set it. You can set it with like a translucent powder or any powder that you have. I will kind of like set the whole entire face later on, but look how pretty this is. It gives you a little bit of color, but also really nice blush tone. It's like the perfect look for summer, honestly. Like, this will literally not take me so much time to do if I'm in a rush, or even like when I go on vacation, because I don't really wear makeup on vacation. Like, this is kind of like the best texture for me when I kind of like go on vacation and I don't really want to wear too much makeup, but I do want to have a little bit of makeup, a little bit of glow. This is definitely exactly what I look for in kind of like application and performance. I also applied the Day Glow Stick on the inner corners right here to really just brighten up my eyes. And look at my skin, you guys. I'm obsessed with this. It's so nice. I love the glow, and I also love the products so far. Let's go ahead and do the brows. So I'm quite excited to try this product out and see how it's gonna look like on my brows. So I did go ahead and zoom you guys a little bit so you guys could see what I do. Now, I didn't put the Anastasia Brow Freeze in my brow because, as this said, that this is gonna hold all day. So I just kind of want to see how it performs. Oh, this is pretty. Look at that. I really like it. Look how nice it is. I honestly, like, I feel like I would go with my brow liner just to kind of draw a little bit more hair and define my brows a little bit more. But just this on its own is really nice, and I love the fact that it is brown black because it just gives like a really nice natural finish without making them look like extremely dark. I have to say that I do notice that my brow hairs are somewhat like holding up really nicely. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of cleaning just because I'm OCD, so I'm just grabbing a little brush and I'm just gonna go over here and just do a little bit of cleaning going on. This is probably something that I would recommend you to do before doing your makeup, but honestly it is so nice and natural that it's so easy to clean out as well. Look at that, it looks like I didn't do any messes whatsoever. I love that. I'm still gonna go ahead and add a little bit of hairs using my brow liner here. I'm gonna go over again a tiny bit more just to set this in place. And honestly, you guys, like, look at that. It's literally the perfect brow. This made the process for me way easier. Honestly, like the past couple of days I've been really hating doing my brows, but this is really nice. Okay, so this is how the brows look like right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my Lancome powder. This is a really nice natural powder too, and I did notice a little bit of creasing going on, especially around the eye area, not so much on the face, but I'm still gonna go ahead and set my whole entire face with the powder in those little areas that I know that I have some lining, that I know the product might tend to crease in there a little bit, just a tiny bit around the eye areas and the lip areas and also around the nose. But so far I've been loving everything. So let me go ahead and do a little something on my eyes and I'll be back to show you guys the lips. Alrighty you guys, so the eyes are done. I just wanted to keep it nice and simple and fresh. I just have some white liner going on today, and I kind of felt like applying a little bit of gems on the top part, so this is what I did, but I kind of kept it nice and natural, kind of like wearable look, to be honest. Now I did go ahead and kind of set everything in with a little bit of powder. I added my KVD Beauty Shade and Light palette here, and I went ahead and I contoured a little bit with Shadow Play and Subconscious. Actually just Shadow Play for today because I really wanted to keep it as light as natural as possible. And then for blush, I kind of grabbed the blush that is quite similar a little bit to the shade. I know it looks quite pinky on here, but on my skin it appeared to be a little bit more on the peachy tone, so that's what I did. So I grabbed Margin from MAC, and I love this blush because it's actually the same color of a Beverly Hills when I applied it on. So I just kind of wanted to set it a little bit in place, and I literally just took the lightest amount of the powder blush and I packed it on top. And then for highlight, I kind of grabbed a color that is a little bit similar to the stick here. Quite similar, if you tell me. This is the Kilowatt from Fenty Beauty, and I took this shade right here, and this is called Fire Crystal. And again, I went ahead with a super light tint with that, but honestly, like, just the highlight itself under it kind of just pops on its own, and it's so beautiful. But again, my skin feels really light, it's breathable, it looks like it's my skin. And when I get closer to my mirror here, it looks like I literally have nothing on, which is exactly what I love. Now I'm not sure it's because of the caffeine eye syrup, but I can tell you guys that after using this on my face, my makeup has been like really flawless. Now let's go ahead and try on the lips, since I have two products from them here. I do want to go ahead and apply just a little bit of a lip liner, and I'm just gonna go super lightly with Hover lip liner from MAC. Let's go ahead and use the lipstick here. I'm really excited to see the shade of this one. Oh, it's quite sheer. I love that. It definitely feels like a lip balm. It's so pretty. Yeah, eyeliner was kind of necessary with this one, just to kind of give the lips a little bit more definition. And now on to their shade slick. This is the lip oil in shade Au Naturel. I've never used this, so I love new glosses or lip oils. Ooh, it smells so good. It's very light, super light smell. I like it. It kind of like has a smell, but at the same time no, because it's so light, and I love that. So this is shade Au Naturel. Ooh, I definitely love the texture of this. Oh yeah, I can definitely feel like the not oiliness, but like the moisturizing of an oil, but it's really nice. It's definitely tinted. It gives a little bit of color, but oh my god, I'm obsessed with the texture of this. It's so nice and so comfortable, and definitely not sticky at all. Alright you guys, this is the finished look. I have to say that I'm totally obsessed with how my skin looks and feel. It literally feels like I have no makeup on. It's insane. And I can actually get closer to you guys so you guys could also see my skin. It is really nice, so natural, glowy, just like how I love it. And honestly, like, these products are perfect for the summertime. You definitely need to try it out because honestly, like, you're gonna be obsessed with these. So I showed you the minimalistic stick. I also showed you the flush blush, the day glow stick, their brow 1980, their signature lipstick, and their stick slick lip oil. Honestly, like, these are amazing. And of course their brush, which I am totally obsessed with. I just cannot wait to play with these more, and honestly, like, I'm totally obsessed with these. Highly recommended if you're somebody that loves makeup but you don't really like to put too much makeup, or you don't really like the effect of cakey makeup. This is definitely the perfect products for you because honestly, it really says what it does. It's literally makeup with no makeup. Less is more with these products, and I'm just obsessed with them. Thank you so much again for Murette Beauty for sending me these products to try. You can also shop Murette Beauty on the link down below. It's actually an affiliate link for myself. Just to be 100% transparent with you guys, an affiliate link will give me a little bit of a commission. So if you love the products and you loved how I showed you it, please use my link and shop on my affiliate link if you liked these products. Honestly, like, I don't know which one I would recommend you the most because I loved all of them, but if you want something for literally everyday grab and go, definitely the minimalistic stick for you guys, the blush and the brush. I also love their brow 1980, and of course their glow stick. Honestly, all of them, they're just so good. I really don't know which one I would recommend for you guys. I highly recommend all of them. On that note, that is it. If you guys have any questions or concerns, just leave them all in the comments down below. And like always, I'm gonna be listing all the products that I used for you guys in the description box down below. Make sure that you check them out. Also, if you want to shop Murette Beauty, don't forget to use my affiliate link. I want to wish you guys a wonderful day. I love you guys so much. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.